All right. Well, greetings, Faith Presbyterian. This is my first video with you all. I'm going to try and get one out a week. I'm going to try and get one out every Wednesday. Try to get them on by 1 o'clock your time. And obviously, I missed that deadline today. But as you can see, looking all around me, behind me, my life is kind of resembling my office right now. Nothing's in its place. I am obviously preparing to be with you all. And so what that's means right now in my life is a tremendous amount of chaos. It's manageable chaos, but it's chaos nonetheless. And it's just in order for me to get from here to there. So I hope you all are doing well. You've had a little bit of snow over the last few weeks. We have had different weather, a little bit of rain, a little bit of warm, but certainly not the sunshine that you all get. But again, I want to just say hello to you all. I am Rob. You all hired me a couple weeks ago to be your pastor. So now we've got time to get to know one another. And that's kind of what I'm hoping to do, at least initially with these videos, is just, introduce myself to you all. Once you see this video, I'd like you all, remind you at the end of this, but, this will be on Facebook, and I'd love to have you all interact. Ask me questions. That's kind of the best way to get to know me is you want to know what I like to watch, what I like to read, what kind of music I like. It can be silly questions. You want to know stuff about my theological background. We'll go easy on the politics initially. But pretty much ask what you want to, and I'll answer what I want to. But give us an opportunity to start that process of getting to know one another. I'm just going to spend a couple of minutes. Just this is Holy Week, and as I tell folks, is if we only go from Palm Sunday to Easter Sunday as far as church goes, and I know how distracted we are Monday through Saturday. It's a very different story, church Sunday to Sunday, than it is if we journey really through all of Holy Week. And so I invite you, I don't know what services Faith has this week. I know when we had the opportunity to be with you all a couple of weeks ago, had an absolutely wonderful musical presentation. Michelle and I were really, really impressed with that. And so, just kind of in keeping with the spirit of that, is to say that, we move into Maundy Thursday and Good Friday. And if nothing else, take some time, especially Friday, to just slow down and enjoy some quiet time with God and reflect on really the importance of that day. We remember on Maundy Thursday that after Jesus had the Lord's Supper and instituted it, that when he was praying with his disciples as they were napping. You always do that after a big meal, right? Fall asleep, and that's what they were doing. And Jesus is praying, but we're told that Jesus is terribly afraid. He is aware of he's aware of what is about to happen to him over the next 24, 36 hours. And like any of us, he didn't go running towards the cross. He knew exactly what that entailed, and it terrified him. And so, it's that time for us to at least take pause on a Friday where we have dinner plans and we're looking at the end of the work week. It's an opportunity to slow down at some point during the day and remember what Christ did for us so that we can enjoy our relationship with him and our relationship with each other. And so, like I said, I think it just helps us understand the value of going from Palm Sunday to Easter. Again, Palm Sunday is a Sunday of celebration, the entering of the King, and of course we know what Easter means towards us for our risen Lord. But it's the power of those days in between, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and different traditions honor those 3 days differently. Unfortunately, some don't. But you've got, some traditions will do a vigil on, from Good Friday through Saturday into to Sunday morning, kind of honoring that. In my liturgy, my life with my family, Saturday between Good Friday and Easter is usually just a Saturday, a day of rest, a day of recreation if we want it to be. So I value those traditions that do an Easter vigil for reminding me what is for me a normal Saturday is also an occasion of reflection of, those hours that Jesus spent truly dead. And there's still that mystery of, and debate, 2,000 years of debate. Well, embodied in the Apostles' Creed. We have the line in the Apostles' Creed that says how Jesus descended into hell. That's been interpreted by some to mean that he truly did suffer the eternity in those moments of his death. He suffered the eternity of hell for us as in truly taking on our punishment. And then probably saw other versions of the Apostles' Creed that says that Jesus descended to the dead. And that's kind of been, and then, by the way, I mean, as far as my own faith goes, I hold those both in tension. I think it's important to understand that when we say Jesus died for our sin, that includes he suffered hell for our sin. And I think that line in the Apostles' Creed is accurate and adequate. And by the way, John Calvin agrees with that interpretation as well. But the descended to the dead, there was this whole other interpretation that believed that Jesus went to where the dead were and proclaimed his good news and shared with them what he had done on the cross. And I think there's also validity and importance in that side of the theological discussion. But either way, there's this long-standing, since the birth of Christianity, belief that between the dying of Christ on Friday and his resurrection on Sunday morning, that an event was that this was part of that redemptive act. It wasn't just like a parenthesis. So again, that's my encouragement for you all is over these next 3-4 days, as we start Maundy Thursday tomorrow, we remembered Christ instituting the Last Supper and sharing that meal with his disciples. We journeyed through the cross on Friday. We remember his dying and descent to the dead, descent into hell on Saturday. And then we really are truly capable of celebrating Easter Sunday. How can you not celebrate what God did for us and for our salvation? So again, I am truly excited to get out and see you all. I believe my first day will be on the 18th of April, so we're getting there. I think about 3 weeks from today, I'll be in Denver, and my wife and Rebecca and Stephen are going to follow soon after. Probably the end of May when my wife and Rebecca get done with their school season. But we are all excited to come out to Aurora. I'm thrilled to begin my tenure as your pastor. And, and so as we continue to do these videos, I'll have one up next week and then the following. And so again, please interact with this, leave some comments. If you have any questions, I will take those up, and that will give us something to talk about next week. Again, as we journey through the cross and the empty tomb, let us be in prayer for one another. Let us be in prayer for our community, our neighbors, and remembering that at the end of the Easter story is truly good news. And it is our obligation and our privilege and our joy to share that good news with our family and friends and neighbors around us that know a lot of bad news right now. And more than ever, the world needs to be reminded of the best news, and that is that God so loved the world. So have a blessed day, have a great week, and I will look forward to putting up another video next week and sharing some time with you. Thanks.